Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you my eyebrow routine and also talk you through the products I use for it and also products that I use to kind of groom my brows and keep them looking nice. So to tweeze my brows I use these tweezers, these are the mini ones. I think they cost about £10 or £15 from Boots. Really good, really nice and sharp to get all the little hairs out. And yeah, I really recommend these actually, and they're so tiny as well, so really good for travelling. And then sometimes I trim my brows by brushing them upwards and just sort of like trimming, mainly sort of like in the middle. I just think it helps them look more kind of groomed and yeah, like more shaped as well. And I just use like mini hair scissors, not sure where these are from, these were just in my bathroom and I kind of stole them, so they're really good. And then also I absolutely love this little tool. It's from Japanesque and it's a hair grooming razor, and I remember when I featured this on my blog everyone was kind of like felt a bit sort of wary about putting a razor near their eye, but as you can see it's got kind of like little plastic bits along the razor, so I suppose it makes it a little bit more safe. And this is just amazing for getting all the fine little blonde hairs that you can't, you don't usually see or get with your razor, and I just kind of use it along the top and on the bottom, and it just makes them look so much more clean and polished. And I've noticed that makeup sits much nicer sort of like around that area when I've used this. So this is amazing and it's not expensive at all. I'll leave a link down below where you can get it. I think you can get it from Beauty Bay. So yeah, I highly recommend that. It's so cool. And going on to what I use to fill in my eyebrows, I was using the HD Brows palette and I was using shade Ash Brown, which is a really good match for me, but I ran out of that, and then I was using another shade in the palette, but it was way too kind of warm for my eyebrows and it just wasn't kind of looking right. So I went to Selfridges and I got this. It's the Tom Ford Brow Sculptor, and it's kind of like a wax meets pencil, and it's kind of just like a long thin kind of waxy pencil, and it's really nice actually. I wasn't sure about it and I've always used kind of eyeshadow for my brows, so yeah, I was a bit kind of skeptical, but I actually really like it and I'm really impressed. And then on the other side it has a little spoolie brush, which is really handy. So you're basically getting two products in one, and I think this costs about £32, but I do recommend it. And I think I like it more than the HD Brows. I think I need to use, I've only been using it for like a week, so I need to use it for say another couple of weeks before I decide, but I do really like it. And I think it's a lot more convenient than eyeshadows as well, because you don't need to carry around that little palette and a brush. It's kind of like everything in here, which is amazing. And then to keep my hairs in place, because sometimes they go a bit everywhere, I use this, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and I got this from Cult Beauty, and it comes to about £20 altogether, which is expensive because they charge about £5 for postage, which is just ridiculous. But it is really nice and I really wanted to try it, and they do a tinted one as well, which I quite like to try out. But yeah, I really like that. And also if you're kind of like on a budget, MUA do a clear mascara which kind of does the job. I used to use that, and Look Beauty have a really good one in their little eyebrow kit that I was using before that. So these are my eyebrows in their kind of normal state. They're actually quite dark, so really I don't only really need to fill in certain places, but I do like quite a defined brow, so that's why I do sort of cover all. Just going to go in with the brush side of the Tom Ford Brow Sculptor and just sort of like groom through my brows, because I do find the hairs can go a little bit crazy sometimes, and especially there, like I don't know if you saw there, but these hairs kind of grow that way, but these kind of go down and it makes it look very kind of sparse here, when really that is kind of the thickest part of my eyebrow. And then the other sparse parts are sort of like at the front there, where my hairs kind of naturally flick up and the ends are a bit sparse as well. and I always find it difficult to kind of fill in the ends. So that's my eyebrows kind of groomed now, and now I'm going to go in with the sort of like pencil waxy side of the Tom Ford brow sculptor, and I kind of just like start from here and I just do light strokes. My eyebrows aren't perfect, and I've never really had them waxed professionally or anything sort of like, I've never got anything professional done with my eyebrows. This is just kind of the natural shape, but just tidied up a little bit. I would like to have a bit more of an arch, but I don't know, I don't really trust myself with trying to do that, and I'm not sure I trust anyone else, because eyebrows are important, and if they got messed up, that would be a big deal. So I've just kind of, see that it's not really that much difference, but I do it anyway. And then going to the end, this is a bit I always find difficult because it's really sparse there and kind of thin. I need to grow it out a little bit actually. And I'm not sure if I prefer this or the HD brows. Like, I think that I prefer this, just because I do think it leaves more of a natural finish, and it's really long lasting as well because it's like a wax. So that's that eyebrow done. Now I'm going to go on to the next brow, and I think this is definitely my brow that's sort of like worse than my other. It always looks a little bit worse. I do kind of try to create a little bit of an arch, but I do find it quite hard to do that. I think that looks kind of even. I always need to kind of take a step back and just have a look, just to make sure, and I don't really care if they're not perfect because they're not meant to be perfect. And now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I really like the wand on this actually, and it doesn't pick up too much product, which can be a bit of a fault with eyebrow gels. And I just comb them through, and this just makes them look so much more polished. And when I was talking about earlier, these sort of hairs here, it sort of like keeps them upright rather than drooping down. That's my eyebrows complete. So this is the finished result, and I know I said during the tutorial or demo that I think I didn't know whether I preferred the HD brows to Tom Ford, but I definitely think I preferred the Tom Ford now, just because I think it leaves more of a natural finish, and I find it's much easier to do. There's no faffing around with like a little brush and a palette, and it kind of defines it really, really nicely, but without making it look too harsh. And the colour match is absolutely perfect for me as well, so that kind of makes it look even more natural, I think. And yeah, it is a little bit pricey, but I do recommend it. Definitely go to the counter and just like try it out, because I tried it out before I bought it and I really, really liked it. because obviously it's quite expensive. You don't want to end up buying something and then not liking it. I hope you found this useful and you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye! And from Selfridges I got the New Deal BB cream. I tried a sample of this in L and I really liked it. I never usually like BB creams. Really nice coverage, but yeah, I really love that. I'm going to link all blog posts down below, by the way,